So relaxation really is the key in preparing for navigating and integrating a medicine journey like SOMA or ayahuasca. And relaxation is also what we're trying to cultivate from the very beginning of practicing meditation and Dharma, and what we're trying to deepen into throughout every stage of the journey. It's really learning to be present. For example, on a plant medicine journey with whatever arises, and the Harmala alkaloids deeply facilitate this relaxation and this openness. They relax a lot of the tension in the subtle body, and that's allowing these blockages, these energy blockages, which are in many instances blocked emotions from past experiences, to open and to eventually release. The Harmala alkaloids are absolutely key in facilitating this relaxation, which can be worked with through the full SOMA or ayahuasca. They can be worked with on their own with Pagan and Harmala. This is also what we're doing very much through our meditation practices and through receiving Dharma teachings. We're just learning to relax more and more deeply into the body, to be less caught up in the contents of consciousness, or specifically even less involved in our thinking mind, and then learning to be more with our feelings. Just as we're learning in meditation practice to be less caught up with our thinking and more present with our feelings, and opening, relaxing into our feelings and into the different sensations in the body that are associated with the feelings. Because that relaxation will allow energy to flow. They will allow these contractions to move and to release. That's the same thing we're doing on a plant medicine journey. Though the visions that we can experience through DMT are very beautiful and captivating, it's not about being swept away by the visions. It's really about being with the feeling underneath those visions and opening to the relaxation that the Harmala alkaloids facilitate. And also just recognizing that what the medicine is doing is checking for any forms of resistance and looking for different ways, for example, in which you might be resisting your experience because it's too powerful, or it's trying to teach you something that you don't want to receive, or perhaps it's checking where you're attached, including the beauty of the visions. But it's just learning again and again and again to relax into whatever's coming up. There might be a moment during the journey when it becomes very dark and there's a feeling of fear. And there's a choice in that moment. And it can come up in a thought, but it could also come in a contraction in the body. Do I allow this or resist it? Do I turn towards it or turn away from it? In my experience, if I turn my attention towards the fear, if I welcome the fear, if I ask the medicine, fear, what do you have to teach me? Then the top layer of suffering is removed, which is, even if fear is not preferable to, say, bliss, it is really the suffering, the resistance that we layer on top of it that creates an extra level of suffering. Immediately, if I can relax into the fear, if I can turn towards it, it softens. It's not tight. The energy of fear can move. That's the first way that energy can begin to transmute. And in my experience, if I can stick with that, if I can dial into the energy underneath the fear instead of being caught up in the story, if I can move with it instead of resistant, if I can turn into the wave like when you're surfing instead of going against it, then ultimately that fear will transform. And often that darkness will turn into light, and it's a way in which the medicine is testing where I'm resisting. The point isn't that this is something unique to the plant medicine like ayahuasca or SOMA. What we're training in on ayahuasca and SOMA is how to approach life in a moment-to-moment basis off the medicine. It is the same approach to take in meditation practice. It is the same approach to take in situations that I don't like and that might trigger things for me, like being in a crowded space. Am I resisting that crowded space, or am I surrendering to the moment? Am I relaxing into it? That's really what we're doing in SOMA journey. And that's how meditation helps us to prepare for SOMA and ayahuasca, is training in these meditation techniques that we can learn to actively drop and relax but then we're further refining those skills in a SOMA journey. It is the intelligence of the plant medicine itself that's helping to relax us and to release the emotional blockages. And that in turn, we take that back into daily life, and we can deepen and deepen into this journey of relaxing into the body mind, releasing the emotions that keep us bound up and caught, and learning more and more just to polish the mirror of the mind and just rest in our innate peace and wholeness that is always and already there when we've cleared a lot of these emotional blockages from the body.